To get a quantum advantage, you need to be quantum ready. And to be quantum ready, you need to be quantum aware. So the awareness phase has already started. So if you're not in this quantum journey, you will fall behind.
I met with Gopal here at the QuantumTech conference. Gopal, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, and what you're doing especially here on the QuantumTech conference.
Yeah. Thank you very much. My name is Gopal Karemore. I'm a director of digital and research intelligence of a company called Novo Nordisk. It's a Danish multinational pharma company working on endocrine and metabolic disorders. Mm-hmm. So we are working hugely with different innovative technologies, and quantum computing is one of them. So my role in organization is to go out and explore the emerging technologies. So definitely quantum computing is one of them.
Yeah. But why quantum technologies? I mean, I know everybody is talking about quantum technologies, but quantum technologies, they do not have real-life productive application in the real world, right?
That is true. I mean, the reality hive, of course, and this is what we're going to discuss today about the panel that we're going to chair. But this is what the emerging technology is, right? I mean, emerging technology is about exploring how this emerging technology is going to be disruptive technology, because no company want that any emerging technology that they're not exploring, which could become a disruptive technology, and that would disturb the entire value chain, right? I mean, large language model with ChatGPT is a very good example. I mean, people have been exploring recurrent neural networks, transformers and all, but suddenly when there was ChatGPT, people started looking back into all the evolution that people have developed into the large language model with the recurrent neural networks and transformers. So I think same thing is going to happen with the quantum computing, especially when exploring the different application of quantum computing in pharma. I would say, I mean, first we need to educate the community, right? Because there's a lot of myths and hypes about the quantum computing when it comes to the encryption and stuff. But when we really look at it in a scientific manner, like what are the bottlenecks of existing classical computation, right? So let us give an example. Let us discuss that. Like, for example, in the entire value chain of drug discovery and development pipeline, we start with the drug discovery, right? I mean, the target discovery is one of the biggest challenge. Like, okay, which are the target, which are the mechanism using systems biology, systems pharmacology, which mechanism of protein or any biomolecule is responsible for the disease of your interest. And this is still an unsolved problem, right? Because the whole knowledge graph is so huge and complex, and the algorithm that we have in hand is not sufficient, or I would say not optimal, to capture this intricate relationship.
Yeah.
And that's why there are a lot of proposals in the quantum community, how such algorithms which are based on probabilistic graph data structure, which is impossible for a classical compute to solve it.
Yeah.
So this is also one of the avenues. Second avenue is about how one can design the good molecule. The molecule which has a really potent, efficacious, which is a holy grail of pharma, right? So how can design this whole lead optimization? Because that's basically, ultimately, mathematically, it's a multi-constraint, multi-objective optimization problem.
Yeah.
And as you know, in classical domain, the classical algorithm struggles to really solve this problem.
Yeah.
So I think this is really a nice avenue where we can, explore the huge chemical space. As you know, in a small molecule or antibody.
Yeah.
The chemical space is gigantic, 10 to the power 60, or depending on which domain you are in.
Yeah.
So we need a quantum computer to really solve this problem, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about the preclinical part. Like, come to the clinical part, like stratification of the patients in the clinical trial, which would benefit most from the clinical trial, is actually the major problem. It's a major issue, right?
Yeah.
How do you select the best constellation of the candidates who would be suitable for a clinical trial?
Yeah.
And I think this is an optimization problem, which is not possible using a classical domain that we have seen so far.
Yeah. Do I assume correctly that at a certain point of time in the future, quantum computers will be the status quo, and companies who are not using quantum computers will fall behind and will not be competitive again anymore?
Definitely, because to get a quantum advantage, you need to be quantum ready.
Yeah.
Right? And to be quantum ready, you need to be quantum aware.
Yeah.
So the awareness phase has already started. So if you're not in this quantum journey, you will fall behind with the quantum readiness.
Yeah.
So I think this is a time that every organization, regardless of which application domain you are in, you have to start exploring the use cases, like identify use cases in your organization, set up a quantum computing workforce, and really execute a fast POC in your organization. And just to tell you about, there are 3 different application domains in pharma that we are exploring now. That is optimization, simulation, and quantum machine learning. So we have started some activities that I can share with you. That is, we have started a joint postdoc with University of Copenhagen, Quantum for Life Science Center, where we'll be exploring about the generative aspects of quantum machine learning. As you know, everybody is talking about large language model. We are still scratching the surface of narrow intelligence. We haven't really explored to the artificial general intelligence or artificial super intelligence, right?
Yeah.
And if you really see the AI community, especially the workhorse of the dark horses of the AI community, like Geoffrey Hinton, for example, or Yeshua Ben-Gvir or Jan LeCun, when you talk, they're talking about consciousness prior, right? They're talking about glooming together with the neural fields and all, physics-based animation or physics-based machine learning model, right?
Yeah.
So they are not satisfied actually with the existent state of the AI, right?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of challenges like hallucination. We have biases. We have a lot of other discrepancies in the AI model. So I think what quantum can provide is the new avenue to look at the machine learning problems that are currently resistant to the classical computation framework. Regardless how much GPU or TPUs you have, it's just that the problems, for example, Ising-Hamiltonian problems or problems which are probabilistic graph on a data structure, they are not going to be solved by neural networks, right?
Yeah.
And just to tell you about some challenges that we have still today, even though we have large language model and everything, they still have the legacy of neural network, right? So any limitation that comes with the neural networks or a probabilistic graphical neural networks, they inherit all these limitations. For example, generalization, right? We don't know how expressive is the algorithm, how fast the algorithm can generalize to the unseen data, right? And the most important in a pharma context is about the sample complexity, meaning that can your algorithm absorb less sample size, unbalanced data set, and we have a lot of unbalanced data set, right? Like lot of positive but less negative data sum. So can quantum machine learning resolve these issues? And there have been a lot of compelling evidences which people have published, which I can name research organizations like Los Alamos Laboratory, Oak Ridge Laboratory, and a lot of universities have developed a lot of or published papers in machine learning or quantum machine learning, which are actually really very promising to resolve this computational complexity, sample complexity, and the whole problem complexity. Right?
So do you have a gut feeling in how many years we will be able to actually harness the results of all this research and all of these approaches?
Yeah, I mean the timeline is the biggest question, right?
Yeah.
I mean this is what we're going to discuss today. But I'm very confident it's not a question of if, it's just a question of when, right? That the quantum is going to hit us. So the best way you can do is explore this field in all avenues, in all perspective, and be ready. Right? Because quantum is going to be not yet another technology that we have seen so far with other technology that we have, be it IoT or whatever, right? NFC and stuff. But this is going to be a paradigm shift. Like people really have to think completely out of the box, right? Like designing the gates, understanding the linear algebra in the unitary matrix fashion. This is what we need a training for that. And I think the talent gap is the biggest challenge for any industry in any country, right? And that's why you see a lot of national agendas which is going around. So I think we have to start now. Even though we don't know when we get a commercial advantage, but this is the right time to start. Better is early, earlier is better. So.
And once again, math and physics are cool again.
Exactly. That drives the whole quantum information science. I think right now we are in a juncture where we have to find the cross avenues between the quantum computing, quantum information science, and statistical learning theory, on the basis of which today's AI is based upon. So this whole avenues, when they cross together, that set of education, that set of community is very important to drive the further innovation.
Thank you so much for your insights.
You're welcome.
And enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much.